Hi, today I will show you guys the build that I use for farming and doing the red boss and something else, something like that. For the farming, you can see that I run kind of fast and I have maxed out my projectile speed because I feel like it's more it's make you move faster and you can get rid of the monster instantly when it spawn, so you don't risk to get hit or get killed because while farming you always use the, the farming gears which is not the main gear that you use, so you will lose most of the stats like the element resistance, the armor, something else. And I also use the meteor for clear the big group of the monster when they spawn or when you fight the elite or boss, so can make you farm without stop and shooting them like 2 or 3 seconds, which is I feel like it's kind of good. Okay, now I done with the normal monster and we'll fight the boss. Mhm. You can see that I can burst the boss in almost instantly. Okay, now here is the gear that I am using. For the weapon, I just use the normal weapon that I'm using. Just use this one that with Aquila Authority. It has one+1 PH count, which will help you get rid of the monster that come in a group, and along with the projectile speed. This one here is also has a projectile speed. I like projectile speed. For the helmet, I don't think there is any specific helmet that it can improve your farm, so you can use whatever you want. For the shoulder, I use this one because it gives you the damage, the mana regeneration, and the essence drop chance. You can also use any shoulder with a plus item rarity drop rate. For the armor, just use your +3 skill level. For the glove, this one is the best, I think, and I also saw the Korean YouTuber use this one because it gives you a lot of movement speed along with the cast speed with the acceleration effect. You can see that it can increase up to 100% of acceleration effect. So that's huge because you gain like 20 percent of movement speed and also hit harder, hit faster with this option. So I think this glove is the best while farming. Even when you do the end game content, this one is still among top tier. For the shoes, just use the mana cost, and I have the movement skill, cooldown recovery speed, so you can use your teleport or roll more often. For the necklace, I just got this one. You can see that I can auction this, but I think this one is not that much different from the one that you get from the guild box. So just use whatever you have. For the belt, the best belt in the game is this one. Yeah, of course, this one is the best, but I didn't get a hand on it yet, so I just used this one in this one instead because it gives you a movement speed amplification when you destroying the object, so you can move faster and farm faster. Okay, and for the ring, if you have this one, just slap this one on. It can. This one is broken. It can increase the gold that you gain per run, like uh, almost 10,000. I think you can see that it increased like 60% plus 10%. So that a total of 70% increasing. That's insane. But if you don't have it, like me, you can just use the. Okay, let me go back to the tower first. Okay, for the ring, you can also use the this one that increase the Huru encounter chance. You can wear it for 20% and roll for the gold gain chance, or you can use this one, the with Aquila authority. It also give you another 25 acceleration effect, so you can move more faster. And yep, the necklace that I was mentioned, there is a this one is not the highest tier yet. The highest tier will give you a 7.5 gold gain amount along with the critical damage. So you can maintain your DPS if you using the critical build, while also gain the bonus of the gold gain amount. And for the build, there is a build from the guild as well that increase gold gain amount, but I have tested it and I feel like it doesn't work when compared to this one because it make you move a lot faster. You can see that my move speed is almost 1,000. So when you get the 15 amplification, it went up by almost 12,000. Okay, for the rune, I use multi-shot and this one projectile acceleration. Normally I will link it like this, but my damage is enough, so I just take this one off and slap this one on. So you can see that my projectile speed is reaching is maxed out. It's capped at 2,000. What a shame. And next one is elemental damage. Mana storm resistance, and link into the lightning chain, Rise, reserve mana. This one is very important because while you're farming, you tend to take off your -4 mana cost build, so you have a worse mana sustain. This one will keep your mana maintain. This one will help you sustain your mana. And I use this one too. And the trick is you just use rune candle onto this skill. So with only one slot link, so you link into the dampen resource cost, so you can decrease the mana that it consumes even further. And also it gives you +1 level up every 5 upgrade. And okay, and the last one is strike. For the meteor, I use this one, storm persistence, strike, area effect, element damage amp, and the last one is projectile deceleration. The reason that I use this one because I didn't like to link into this because it made the AoE a lot smaller than I want. So I just use this one instead. And another reason is when you do the raid boss or something, you can just take off the multi-shot from your fireball and slap this one on, so you can increase your damage even further. Because when you fight the raid boss, why would you need the multi-shot, right? Just a single fireball is enough already. Oh, and for the enhanced skill, I use release element for the enhanced attack skill, of course, linking to the versatility, enhance effect, time acceleration, and increased duration, with the Siphon Life as a defense enhanced skill. And another tips for the movement skill, um, you can use uh, you can use roll instead of teleport when you do the farming, because you can see here that it gives you a nimble effect that you gain movement speed after you roll, and you just link into the disarm without link the use count. So because roll already have the +2 max use count, so it's not necessary to increase one more with a lot of skill rune could have increased. It's not worth it. Just link like this and you will feel your farming speed is improved. And that's it for the skill. And the zodiac is nothing crazy. I just, for the specialization, I just go into this road, this one here. It even though the number in the skill page show less number than when you upgrade to this, but the real damage is a lot higher, because these two is 20 damage amplification, which trigger after you apply a debuff or crowd control to the enemy. And also this one is almost equal to the 8% damage amplification. So if you upgrade into these three, you gain a total of 28 damage amplification, compared to this one that you only gain 8% damage amplification. So that's a difference of 20%. That's a lot for the damage amplification. The rest is nothing crazy. And for the relic, I use Sepda, of course, because it gives you cast speed and movement speed amplification, along with the elemental damage amplification. And for the sub relic, I use Whisper, because I have very high cast speed, so I need a lot of mana, so I just choose this one. When this one reach level 30, it will gain like a double recovery speed. Okay, and okay, the last thing is the mastery. Normally I upgrade it like this, but if you feel like you move too slow, you can upgrade this one instead. It can give you another 20% movement speed increase. You can reset it with only some amount of gold. This one is the second time of this day, so it went up to 100,000. But if it's the first time that you reset the mastery each day, it will just cost you like 20,000. So I think everyone can afford to just reset this every day. Just when you start your day, you just reset into the movement speed increase, and once you finish, you can just reset back to your damage increase like this. And that's all for the farm build. For the what should I call? I call it the damage dealer build. For me, I take this one off and use this one instead. You can see that the DPS went up by a lot. And for the shoulder, I use Alisa Authority that increase your enhanced skill rune cooldown recovery speed along with the fire damage. The prefix doesn't matter. You can try to reroll into the HP or hit rate or something like that, but it doesn't matter that much. So I just leave it like this. This one I will have to reroll the suffix. This one is kind of trash. And for the necklace, I use the Supernova Core because it increases your damage skill rune. You can see that my DPS went up by a lot because it increased a lot of your what you need to deal more damage, like the skill rune level, the cast speed, your stat, and the damage. You can see that it went up a lot. Just slap this one on. For the belt, it just -4 mana cost, of course. For the ring, I used this one because we need hit rate, right? And I didn't play the critical build, so this one is, I think, is the best if you just use it, so you don't have to worry about your hit rate anymore. And the last slot, I am aiming to get the Zebda ring. I'm waiting for my ruby to get into my account, and I will buy this one here. This one is not like the number one for the damage output, but it increased a lot of your defensive stat, like elemental resistance, chaos resistance, HP, mana, and all stat. And it also increased the skill damage by 2 level. So that's all for my my gear. And the rune, I just, like I said before, I just take off took the multi-shot off and slap this one off in. And we good go. Okay, let's see the damage. Oh, sorry. Normally when I test this, I like to change it to the level 97 because I like to farm in level 97 because it has a chance to drop the tier 29 accessory like the elemental damage ring, which very expensive. Open the seal of striking. Okay, I will start with the like just shooting, just firing at it. Oops. You can see that my DPS is around like 16 million here. Yep, is around 16 million, just normal shooting. And when you do the end game content, you supposed to use the totem, so it can increase to almost 20 million, I think. Yeah, around that, 18 million. And one thing that I feel like I have I would say that I have a bit of advantage is this one. It gives you the blue rune enhanced skill plus 20% effect. You can see that my release element have like 40% element damage amp once you use, compared to the, if you didn't use this one, you can see that it went down to like 35. And here is my secret. When you do some content like a descent raid, which the boss has only one elemental attack, or I think every raid now the boss has only a single elemental attack. You can use this one along with the shoulder. The shoulder here has all kind of resistance that you need to fight the boss. Like you can see that this one gives you 5 resistance and along with the 5 damage dampening. This one gives you poison resist. This one gives you lightning resist, and this one gives you cold resistance. So that's the reason why I didn't care much about the element resistance, because for the normal content you always kill the monster before they can hit you, and in the raid boss most of them has only single damage type, so you can just for example, if you fight the descent raid, which has the fire elemental and chaos elemental as a main attack, you can slap this one on. Why am I using this one? You can see this 25% enhanced skill rune effect along with the +2 enhanced skill rune level. You can check that. If you remember that my release element was 40% elemental damage amplification, now it went up to almost 50. That's huge. I can tell you that huge. And for the shoulder, in case if you feel like you are too fragile for the boss, you can just take off the shoulder and just slap whatever shoulder that have the correspond with the boss that you are fighting. Like you can see that I have a terrible lightning resistance, like it's just 50%. When I slap this one on, you see that it went up to 120%, which this one is enough for doing the raid, right? And if you fight the descent raid, you can just slap this one on and see that it went up to 100 along with the here 5 damage taken decreased by another 13%. So that's just enough when you want to change your gear to be able to withstand the raid boss attack. You just have to change one piece of your gear, and that's your shoulder. So you can invest the other gear all into the DPS, right? If you are like paranoid or you feel it more secure to have all elements that max out, then it's up to you. Is of course it's better if you can do that without losing your DPS, but if you can't, this is the way that I recommend to do. Okay, good. And the next one is the ring. There is two things that you can use while hitting the raid boss. This one here, you might like, what, this one? Yeah, this one, because it gives you another 50% enhanced skill rune effect. Or this one, I think this one is better. It gives you a bit of element resistance, but what we really need is the totem effect and the damage amplification when your character stand near the totem. The 400 is the default range for the totem effect, so you can just sorry, so you can just install your totem and stand in its aura, and this one will this effect will trigger. I will show you why I said this two ring is really good. Okay, first I use the normal ring that have element damage and fire damage, and okay, start with the one. I use the release element. You can see that my DPS went up to almost 30 million while the release element was activated. And if I swap into this, you can see that the damage bonus from release element went up even further to 63% element damage amplification. That's broken. Show you. And you can see that DPS went up even further, like 32 or 33 million, while the release element was in effect. And the last ring, the last ring that I mentioned is this one. Oops, sorry, I missed the timing. Okay. Yep, you can see that the DPS went up to almost 40 million during while the release element was activated. That's the secret of my build for doing the raid boss. So you guys can adjust to suit you, because most of the item except I think most of it doesn't exceed the 1,000 ruby per 1,000 ruby each, so I think you can afford it. Alright guys, here is for today. I will update my build again after, if the next patch has the harmony rune, I will update my build and share with you guys again. For today, peace out, bye bye.